Well, Armani, how do I create analogies? The number one thing is that there's two things, but the first thing is that you need to know a lot about a field. If you were to ask me to give an analogy of something I know very well and tie it into dolphins, I don't think I could do that because I don't know that much about dolphins. But for me, I was able to create that analogy with my internship because I built a lot of knowledge within the field of my internship. Plus, I drive all the time. So I had a boatload of knowledge. And to help you with this, just learn anything that you can. You never know when it will come in useful and when it can serve as material to create an analogy out of in the future. So that's the first part. You got to know a lot. Number two is when you activate the analogy irony. This is when you view yourself as a genius and you view the recipients as a dumbass. Okay? You're the genius, they're a dumbass. And this may sound very mean in the beginning stages, but it's not. It's actually going to help you out tremendously. The reason that you want to view yourself as a genius is because this is going to help you zone in on topics that you know very well. Okay? But the reason that you don't want to view the other individuals as geniuses as well is because you're going to get a topic that you know very well and you're going to explain it in this convoluted way. Let's say you know a lot about podcasting and you view yourself as a genius of podcasting and you make the mistake of viewing the other people as a genius too. They ask you, yo, what exactly is a podcast? And you're like, well, it's a bunch of audio, raw audio that is turned into an MP3 file that is then encoded into a blah, 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 that is uploaded into an audio RSS feed. That is the... You're being way too hairy with your explanation. But you assume instead that these guys are all dumbasses. And they ask you, yo, what exactly is a podcast? You'll give a crisp explanation such as a radio show for the internet. Boom. That is beautiful. So try that out for yourself. If you are very curious about how to create analogies, find a couple of topics that you know very well. It could be what you do for your work. It could be a sport that you love. It could be a place that you traveled and you really traveled that place in depth to a point where you know it very well. And now you need to explain it to someone. I want you to honestly picture this guy as a straight up buffoon. Straight up. You know, they can't even spell their name correctly. And the more that you view them as a dummy, and the more that you begin explaining, organically, a lot of analogies are going to fall out. You're not going to even have to try. And this will lead to a spark of understanding in the other person's subconscious mind.